Firstly, before I get into the film, the first one, Taken, I still find it quite funny how it's such a popular film. It's got a very cult status, and everyone, it's when Liam Neeson became badass, and everyone loves it. I can't believe how many people love it and think it's the best film ever or their favourite film ever. So there was no prizes for guessing that they were going to make a second one, and Taken 2, great title, has come to the cinema. Liam Neeson again, being badass, although he's not really. I thought it was a bit odd. He looks a bit overweight, and he really doesn't convince with the action or being badass. He even seems to have a little bit of a limp, which would have been fine if they were explaining that he's getting older a bit now, but there isn't any of that. He tells his daughter, "I'm going to do what I do best," and he doesn't convince. I think that's really summed up in the final fight, which is so stagey and bad and boring. The ending is appalling. It's so such an anticlimax. And this film, Taken 2, has lost all of the charm of its original, because the first one did have charm. It had some great one-liners. Liam Neeson was very good in it, despite it being a really clunky, stupid film. And it's just lost all that. The daughter, Maggie Grace, plays Kim. Somehow she's got over her being put onto heroin a few years ago, and she's got over, you know, she's fine going back to Europe now on a plane, ever since she got kidnapped there a few years ago. And she's now helping her dad by doing handbrake turns and throwing grenades around Istanbul. Why not? Yeah, okay, fine. She gets away with it also. And the most ridiculous scene is when they go crashing into the US Embassy in Istanbul and getting shot to pieces by, I don't know, a 50 caliber gun, and survive it. Only for the next day, Liam Neeson, Bryan Mills, he can just go walking back into Istanbul. It's the most ridiculous film. It's so stupid, but I laughed throughout. It's like a comedy. The dialogue is dreadful and the acting is so poor, but it's quite funny and it's quite cheesy. It's just hard to know whether it's deliberately doing that. I think it is when it's domestic, but when it's international and being action-packed, I really don't think it is. However, this film, it's the laziest filmmaking, unforgivably the laziest example of the laziest filmmaking out there, and it's a poor excuse of a sequel that is just about money, I think. Oh well.